When I get on a plane, I got to tell you, if I see people who are in Muslim garb, and I think, they're identifying themselves first and foremost as Muslims, I get worried. I get nervous.
The comments that put Juan Williams on the hot seat and really stirred up a national debate about the way Americans view Muslims in this country.
Christina Abraham, the Civil Rights Director of CARE Chicago, is here with us now to talk more about their efforts to educate people. And first of all, I just want to get your reaction. The whole Juan Williams affair, the episode, so much buzz and reaction to that. What was your take on it? And do you think NPR did the right thing in letting him go?
Well, I'm not going to speak to what I think NPR did, if it was right or wrong, because it's its own entity. It has a right to decide who it wants out there spreading its image. Similarly, CNN fired Rick Sanchez for making stereotypical comments. We don't want to tell independent corporations what they should or shouldn't have, for people out there spreading their image. That being said, I think his comments were incredibly inappropriate. I think they were, in fact, hypocritical. I came across an article that Juan Williams himself wrote once in 1986 responding to a guy from the Washington Post who was defending this jewelry store's decision to buzz people into the store and were not admitting young black men into the store. Mm-hmm. And Juan Williams stood up against it. And he said, look, if you're going to if you're going to enforce laws based on the color of somebody's skin, there's a problem. There's something irrational about that.
Or their religion.
Exactly.
It's sort of this collective responsibility argument that the acts of few kind of get put on the entire population. But the question is, I think, Christina, and the tough question in this country is when you're looking at something like acts of terrorism and you see the faces behind them, a lot of times they are Muslim. And I think a lot of people, is it wrong to start looking more closely at that population? What would you say to that?
I think it would be irrational for us to be just looking at Muslims as a problem. I think that's the issue. When we talk about, for example, the Times Square bomber, it was a Muslim that reported the car. When we talk about the Christmas Day bomber, it was his father that reported him to authorities. So Muslims are just as much of a part of the solution as anybody else. 1% of the victims of 9/11 were Muslim. 1% of Muslim Americans in this country are Muslim. And so Muslims are as much a part of the solution, and I think that's how we have to approach this issue.
I think it would be fair to say that Juan Williams isn't the only guy in the country who would admit to getting a little nervous seeing people in Muslim garb around the airport. Now, having said that, how do you change that feeling? What kind of things can you do and your organization do to educate people that you need not be afraid?
Yes, that's part of what you guys do.
Absolutely. Well, one of the things that we try to do is to educate the community about who Muslims are, what their values are. And so that Muslims are not this foreign thing to them anymore. They start to see them as regular people who do the same things and want the same things out of their lives as anybody else. That is very important. I think that's an important step to take. We also have to identify these comments as irrational where we see them. Juan Williams' comment was irrational. Bill O'Reilly's statement that there is a Muslim problem is irrational. We don't look at, for example, the killings in the inner city of Chicago and call it a quote-unquote black problem. To do so would be incredibly wrong and would be misplaced, misguided, and would not get us any closer to solving any problems. Similarly, in this case, where you have, more Muslim victims of Al-Qaeda than any other group, then it would be only rational to see Muslims as a part of the solution, as natural partners, than as a problem.
And we just saw in Rosemont this past weekend, with a population here of 400,000 Muslim Americans in the Chicago metro area, you all got together in Rosemont to kind of, talk about what you as a community can do. Very quickly as we wrap up, what's the next step for you guys?
We're going to keep addressing these issues publicly. Keep doing things like this, reaching out to our communities, building interfaith coalitions, I think is very important, and working with our government and with our leaders on resolving these problems.
All right, Christina Abraham from CARE, thank you for being on the show this morning.
Thank you for having me.
The Council on American Islamic Relations, in case you're wondering what CARE stood for. Thanks for coming in.